Hello, this is Sebastian van der Schrier from socialanxietysolutions.com. I'm a social confidence coach and help people go from social anxiety to relax and at ease in social situations. And on this day, it is New Year's. I mean, when you're seeing it, it's New Year's, and this is Old Year's Eve for me. About to go play some football. I wanted to shoot you a little message as a little hi, good wishes for the new year. So I was thinking of what I was going to say, and I was thinking, well, what would I want to hear that is actually true when I was still suffering from social anxiety. So a couple of things. I didn't think this through. I'm just doing this off the cuff. First of all, I'm dealing with quite an annoying, difficult problem myself at the moment. And so that kind of helped me to tune into a lot of the things that I've learned over the years overcoming my own social anxiety, because those principles that I've learned apply not just to overcoming social anxiety, but they apply to overcoming any kind of big issue that you have. And starting out with, when you have a big problem, that means there's tremendous relief to be gained. My coach once said, when I was having a particularly tough time, life's biggest challenges hold life's biggest rewards. And that was so reassuring to hear. So I'm like, okay, good. So as I work through this, even though the going is really tough now and it's a tough time and, I don't like where I'm at, it is actually, there's the most growth and resilience and beauty and love and acceptance and peace and harmony and all that good stuff, connection, that is hidden within this issue that I'm struggling with right now. So that's one, a bit of perspective. Then two is coming to terms with where you're at. I've mentioned this before. Yeah, many of the things I'm saying all over and over again, because repetition, as they say, is the mother of understanding. Actually, they say repetition is the mother of skill, but it's also of understanding. And if it's not, I just made it up, so let's go with it. Anyway, so the other thing, aside from having that perspective, is coming to terms with where you're at. So what does it mean to come to terms with where you're at? Well, it means saying yes to the reality as it is. Now, I have a problem right now, and I don't like having this problem at all. It's a big bummer. It sucks. And, I'm kind of laughing at it now. I'm doing video, but I have moments where I'm, where my thoughts are playing tricks on me. And I'm like, oh, no. But I know that I'll do the work. I'll see the people that I need to see to work through it. And like any problem, it will shift and it will start to change and everything will be all right. It might take a day, it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take 10 years. It's unlikely it takes 10 years. It's unlikely it even takes a year. But I'll do whatever it takes in order to get to the other side, to where I want to be. And you can do the same. Now, you can do that in a way where it takes a long time and you struggle a lot. And that would be the path of resistance and non-acceptance. But you can also do the work to come to terms, like I said, which means like accepting reality as it is, saying yes to it. It doesn't mean that you appreciate where you're at, or that you don't want it to change, or that you prefer the problem being the way it is. It just means that you say, okay, I have this problem. It sucks that I have this problem. But my feelings about it and my judgments of myself because of it are not helpful. So I'm going to do the work to get to acceptance of the problem and acceptance of myself while I'm dealing with this problem that I have, because acceptance is actually a precondition for change. So in other words, if you don't come to actual acceptance, that change is going to be very hard. So that's the work you've got set up for yourself. So that would be my recommendation. So have perspective, come to terms with where you're at, and that would be a fantastic first goal. Then, once you've achieved that, then you can start looking at, all right, well, why do I have this problem? And I've gone over that countless of times. Your brain is perceiving potential danger. It's seeing threats socially. And that can be because you might get rejected, you might get made fun of, you might get criticized, you might be caught off guard, you might whatever. It could be many things. Or it could also be because your brain believes that it's not safe to be you. So it's not safe to be yourself. It's a threat to be yourself. Because if you're yourself, then you won't be accepted, or you won't be respected, or you won't be appreciated, or you won't be liked. And so you need to put on a show. You need to do things right. You need to please people. You can't say no to people and all of that kind of stuff. And so that's the work you got to do. You're going to shift those beliefs, shift and change them around. And beliefs, like I've said, they're just emotionalized thoughts that you believe to be true. And why do you believe them to be true? Because it feels true. Why does it feel true? Because you have emotional evidence to back up those beliefs. If you believe I'm not good enough, you have some evidence that indeed you're not good enough. Maybe your dad was very critical of you, or maybe you didn't ever do anything well enough, or maybe you had perfectionistic parents, or they had high expectations on you, or whatever the case may be, and you learned that you weren't good enough. So the emotional pain from back then is the emotional evidence for that belief that you're not good enough. And maybe you had other reference experiences, other proof that you're not good enough. Maybe you got rejected. Maybe you didn't make it into a particular school. Maybe you were bullied or made fun of or whatever. And it's these reference experiences that hold those beliefs in place. When you start using tapping, tension-based energy process, logosynthesis, Psyche, TAT, and various other energy psychology tools to actually shift and change those beliefs around by eliminating the emotional roots of them, then the perception that there's a threat will start to dissolve, and then you can just be relaxed, and then you can just be at ease, and then you can just have a good time, and then you can just be you, say whatever comes to mind. Feel free, step on people's toes and say sorry. Don't make such a big hairy deal about everything, and just enjoy connecting with other people because you're comfortable with you. You're comfortable sharing you. And that's what I wish for you. So that's my my aim for you, my intention for you to get to that place, and I'll do whatever I can to assist you in that. And I've got something cool coming up. Well, I've got a couple of cool things coming up. I've got some free stuff coming up, and I've got some paid stuff coming up as well. And I think the free stuff will come first. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. And it's going to probably be on the podcast. Anyway, so what I want to say to end this is, drum roll, Happy New Year. Okay, awesome 2019 for you, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, I'm gonna play some football, and then I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance some salsa and bachata and kizomba, these dances that I'm into, and then we're gonna celebrate the New Year's. And I'm gonna call a bunch of people, and it's gonna be a good time. All right, so wish you a Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.